Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you the man who stood by Remy Ma through prison time, cheating rumors, and industry chaos just got attacked by the very child he helped raise? What if I told you the same son who called him dad for years, snapped in a moment of pure rage, and now Papoose is lying in a hospital bed with stitches, bruised ribs, and a broken heart? Yeah, you heard that right. Remy Ma's firstborn, Jason Scott, allegedly went full WWE backstage brawl on Papoose during a private family meeting. And the reasons behind it, chilly. It's way deeper than just a temper tantrum. We're talking about a 20-year lie, a secret DNA test, and a man who may have just realized he was never the father. Is this karma, betrayal, or just a family finally exploding after years of keeping skeletons locked behind studio doors? Tonight, we break it all down. From leaked text messages to whispers of Fat Joe being the real dad, this is one fake news story you'll wish was actually fake. Let's get into it. So, here's what the streets are whispering, no screaming right now. Papoose, the same Papoose who held down Remy Ma for 6 years while she sat in prison, is now recovering in the hospital after being attacked by her own son. Yep, we said it. Tact as in, fists were thrown, voices were raised, something got broken, and it wasn't just furniture. The alleged attacker, Jason Scott, Remy Ma's firstborn son, the one fans thought was the quiet type. The one Papoose used to bring on stage like a proud stepfather. The same Jason who once thanked Papoose publicly for being the only real man in his life. Yeah, well, apparently the real just got real ugly. According to a source so close to the family, we still get invited to BBQs. This all went down during what was supposed to be a healing dinner. A little private gathering at a rented mansion in Jersey where Papoose, Remy, and Jason were finally going to clear the air. But the only thing that got cleared was Papoose's jawline. Let's rewind for a second because this family didn't get to this chaos overnight. Remember last month's chaos when Clarissa Shields posted that shady tweet saying, "Y'all out here raising kids that ain't even yours," with a clown emoji? Yeah, fans thought she was just being messy. Turns out she was laying the groundwork. Behind the scenes, whispers of a secret DNA test had been circulating. And not just any DNA test, but one that allegedly revealed Papoose is not the biological father of Jason Scott. Pause. Breathe. Read that again. Papoose is not the father. And he just found out a few weeks ago, allegedly through a random, anonymous envelope that showed up at the studio with nothing but a manila folder, a mistile test result, and one sentence on the back. Ask Remy who the real daddy is. Want to guess? Who fans are pointing fingers at? None other than Fat Joe. Yep, the Terror Squad general himself. The same man who's called Remy sis for years. The same man who once admitted they were closer than blood. And now fans are side-eyeing every photo, every backstage hug, every late-night studio session from the early 2000s like they're watching a documentary in reverse. But back to the fight. Sources say the moment Papoose brought up the DNA test at the dinner, everything spiraled. He allegedly looked at Jason and said, "I don't blame you, son. I just need the truth from your mother." And Jason, who had apparently already seen the test results but was told by Remy to keep quiet for now, lost it. He stood up, flipped the table, and shouted, "You're not even my dad. Stop acting like you ever were." And that, folks, is when the chaos began. Glass broke. Security rushed in. Someone screamed, "Call 911." Papoose hit the floor. By the time paramedics arrived, he had swelling on his face, a possible fractured rib, and a shattered spirit. He was transported to a private hospital under an alias. But fans quickly connected that it's after a nurse leaked an image of a man in a hoodie with gold teeth. Face covered, matching Papoose's exact chain and tattoo. And now, Twitter is on fire. Remy Ma has gone ghost. No statement, no post, no denial, just deafening silence. Meanwhile, Jason, he posted a story saying, "I said what needed to be said. Ain't no cap in my DNA. Fans are torn. Some are defending him, saying he's just a young man who felt betrayed. Others are calling him ungrateful, a clockhazer, and accusing him of being brainwashed by their real daddy. And then there's Fat Joe, who just happened to go live the next morning from a boxing gym. Casually shadowboxing with the caption, "Stay ready so you don't got to get ready." Coincidence? Fans don't think so. Because here's where it gets even messier. A woman claiming to be Remy Ma's former best friend has come forward with her own receipts in a now viral TikTok. She says, back in the day, Remy used to sneak around with Joe on tour. Everyone knew. Even Papoose had suspicions. But he loved her so much, he let it go. He was more concerned with protecting her than confronting the truth. And now that truth is literally putting him in the hospital. The worst part? Sources close to Remy say she's in full damage control mode, not to protect Papoose, but to protect the family name. Because if word gets out that Fat Joe really fathered her child while she was publicly committed to Papoose, the fallout could shatter more than just this relationship. It could flip the entire hip-hop loyalty pyramid upside down. So, let's pick up right where we left off. Papoose is in the hospital. Remy Ma has vanished. K-Sin is dropping subliminal heat on social media. K and Fat Joe, that man's punching air literally in a boxing gym live. While half the internet swears he's the real father behind this generational mess. But just when things couldn't get wilder, a bombshell drops. And no, we're not being dramatic. This one came straight out of a hacker's archive. Late last night, an anonymous account going by the name Truth4Pap posted screenshots of what they claim are Remy Ma's actual text messages. And bro, if it's bad, like reality show season finale on steroids bad. One message allegedly from Remy to her son Jason reads, "Please don't bring up Joe. You know, the agreement, it wasn't supposed to matter. Papoose raised you like his own." Another, even worse, Joe knew. He always knew. He just respected Pap too much to say anything. Phew. So now let's break this down. If this leak is even halfway real, it means three major things. Remy and Fat Joe had something possibly way back in the early 2000s. Papoose may have been raising another man's child for 20 years without knowing. And worst of all, they all kept this from him on purpose. Imagine dedicating your life to someone, waiting while they serve time, defending them in every interview, even turning down opportunities to stay loyal. Only to end up in the ER after being attacked by the son you loved like your own over a secret you never even asked for. But wait, there's more. After the text dropped, a new voice note surfaced, allegedly from a conversation between Remy Ma and a close industry friend. In the audio, a woman's voice reportedly, Remy says, "Papoose will forgive me. He always does. He don't got nobody but me." And y'all, that line sent fans into orbit. Twitter became a war zone. #Porp, #Remy exposed. #Joe are the father trending within 20 minutes. Even the Shade Room had to throw up their little eyes developing story post. And just when you thought it couldn't get any dirtier, guess who randomly posted a selfie with Jason? Fat Joe himself. Caption, "My little guy always been family. 100 points, red heart." You can't make this stuff up. And yet here we are making it even crazier. But now let's talk about the silent queen of the hour. Remy Ma, sis, has not said a single word publicly, but her Instagram activity, oh, it's speaking volumes. Fans notice she deleted over 200 posts in the span of an hour. Her comments are now limited, and the bio changed to just one word: healing, girl. Healing who? You, Papoose. Or the 20-year lie. Let's not forget Rhee's brand image was built on loyalty, strength, and second chances. She wrote whole bars about standing 10 toes down. But now she's in full ghost mode while her husband lies in recovery. Her son is throwing shade, and Fat Joe is out here self-launching fatherhood with a fist emoji. Forces close to the situation, aka a cousin's barber, claim that Rhee's legal team is now involved. Not because she's denying the allegations, but because she's trying to control the leak. Allegedly, they've already filed a takedown request against the anonymous Truth4Pap account. But guess what? That only made it worse, because now the account is doubling down. It's teasing voice recordings, photos, and video proof of conversations between Remy and Joe from 2005. Internet detectives are now pulling receipts from old interviews. 2. Out of trouble. Well, now that clip's resurfacing and fans are zooming in on her smile, it was the smirk for me. She'd been sneaky. She knew exactly what she was doing. The backlash is massive. Even celebs are chiming in. Charlemagne, the gods. Said on radio, I always thought something about that Remy-Joe dynamic was off. This just confirms it. Meanwhile, Cardi B liked a tweet that said, "You can't fake family forever. Truth, gone. It's come out one way or another. Oof, the Bronx is turning on itself, y'all." Now, let's zoom out. If these leaks keep piling up, there's more at risk than just a broken marriage. This could affect Fat Joe's label deals, Ree's brand partnerships, and even the loyalty of longtime Terror Squad fans. Because guess what else resurfaced? An old TMZ clip from 2011 where Papoose is seen joking about being a stepdad with no papers. Everyone laughed. Now, that quote is haunting. And remember, this is all still unfolding while Papoose is recovering in a hospital bed. Sources say he's deeply shaken and barely speaking. He hasn't made any public statement yet, but insiders say he has cut off communication with Jason entirely. This is more than family drama. This is a full-on betrayal movie. And you already know Netflix is somewhere quietly drafting a miniseries. But just when we thought the saga had hit rock bottom, one final dropped right as part 2 is wrapping. Up a never-before-seen photo from 2003 just hit X, formerly Twitter, showing Remy Ma and Fat Joe in a hotel hallway holding hands. And yes, it looks like 3 o'clock. A.M. captioned, "And y'all thought it was brother-sister love?" Boom. And now the question on everyone's lips isn't who's lying anymore. It's, what else is Remy hiding? Let's pick up exactly where we left off. That photo, Remy Ma and Fat Joe in a hotel hallway back in 2003. Hands clasped, faces low, timestamp reading 3:12 a.m. hit the internet like a Category 10 scandal. Within minutes, it was reposted by every gossip blog, conspiracy thread, and meme page from the Bronx to Bulgaria. But this wasn't just another he said, she said moment. This was the match that lit the final fire under a family already burning from lies, betrayal, and now legal smoke. Because as that photo was trending, sealed custody letter allegedly written by Papoose himself got leaked. Yep, we're talking about a real letter dated 6 months ago, quietly filed in New Jersey family court, and the contents. Should anything happen to me or my health, I am formally requesting no legal guardianship or access be granted to Reminisce Mackey regarding my biological daughter. This request stems from recent discoveries involving deception, emotional manipulation, and the withholding of critical paternal information related to Jason Scott. Mic drop. So, while Papoose may not be Jason's biological father, he sure as hell has another child. And now he doesn't even want Remy anywhere near her. This isn't just drama anymore. This is legal warfare. And here's where it gets even messier. Fat Joe's camp finally broke their silence. In a move nobody expected, his longtime manager, we'll call him Big Lou, went on IG Live and dropped a bomb of his own. Joe ain't running from nothing. He didn't father no kid. But if people want to, go digging in 2003. Just remember, there's a reason Pap stayed quiet all these years. Everybody got secrets. Wait, hold up. Is that a threat? 'Cause the streets took it as one. Within hours, the hashtags flipped again. Now we've got hashtag PA. Perfect hashtag Joe. Knew too much hash Remy was just the symptom. It's turned from Remy's betrayal to what was Papoose hiding too. And let's not pretend the public is staying calm. This has sparked full-blown civil war in the comment sections. On one side, Remy is the villain. She played Pap for decades and weaponized his loyalty. On the other, y'all dragging Remy. But what? If Pap knew and stayed quiet just to keep his image? And somewhere in the middle, can we just get a documentary already? Now, while the fans are fighting, let's talk real consequences. Because what started as an emotional family feud is now being watched by lawyers, brands, and possibly federal eyes. Why? Because this entire situation just jeopardized a six-figure streaming deal, according to an anonymous executive from a popular hip-hop platform who might rhyme with flex. Remy Ma's upcoming documentary about her prison re-entry and motherhood has been quietly shelved. Sources say sponsors backed out after morality clause concerns. Translation: they don't want to be associated with this paternity circus. Meanwhile, Papoose, he was scheduled to host a new season of hip-hop love stories on a relationship network this fall. That's now on hold too. Why? Too volatile of a public image, insiders say. Bruised face, silence online, and a custody battle. Not exactly the romantic image they were going for. And then there's Jason, the son in the middle of it all. Being quiet for 2 days, he returned to Instagram with a black and white post that read, "You don't get to lie for 20 years and then play victim when the truth hits back." Yep, the kid is not backing down. But here's what no one saw coming. Late last night, a clip leaked of Papoose in the hospital talking in what appears to be a voice recording captured by a nurse. Papoose says, "I should have walked away a long time ago, but I believed in the picture we painted. Now the paint's peeled and I don't even recognize the canvas." That quote went instantly viral. 50 Cent reposted it. Lil Mo commented, "Damn, that hit." Even DJ Khaled dropped a cryptic tweet. "They ain't believing him," Remy lied. This isn't just a family feud anymore. This is a hip-hop heartbreak unfolding in real time, with every messy layer peeling back faster than Ree's PR team can react. And just when we thought it couldn't get sadder, a familiar face shows up outside the hospital. Remy Ma, hood up, no glam, just pain. TMZ caught her entering through the back entrance with flowers and a small envelope. Was it an apology, a plea, a goodbye? We don't know because Papoose reportedly refused to see her, a nurse told onlookers. He turned his head to the wall when she walked in. Didn't say a word, damn, from ride or die to dead silence. But here's where we end this 3-act tragedy with a final twist. A second DNA test has reportedly been ordered. Not for Jason, but for another child. A little girl, Remy, claimed Papoose outside their marriage. Why? Because insiders say Remy is now trying to flip the narrative. She's quietly telling people if Pap's going to question my truth, maybe he should look in the mirror too. Phew. We are entering plot twist territory now. Could it be that both? Remy and Pap were raising kids that weren't biologically theirs. Is this less about betrayal and more about a love story that was built on lies from both ends? Whatever that truth is, one thing is clear. This empire just crumbled in front of millions. Split and no DNA test, no public apology, no heartfelt Instagram Live is going to put the pieces back together. Not when the trust is gone, not when the son throws punches, not when Fat Joe is suddenly part of the alleged fatherhood conversation. Coming up next, we might finally hear Papoose's official statement. But until then, the internet is left with broken hearts, blurred timelines, and a lot of side eyes toward Remy's inner circle. And trust me, this ain't over. 'Cause when loyalty dies in hip-hop, everybody wants to know who killed it. So now the question is, how do you come back from this? A hospitalized husband, a furious son, a legacy cracked wide open by a 20-year lie. Is this the end of Remy Ma and Papoose? Or just the beginning of a deeper unraveling no one saw coming? Because if Fat Joe really is the father, if that custody letter holds up, and if Papoose walks away for good, then this isn't just the fall of a family. It's the collapse of hip-hop's most loyal love story. But what do you think? Was Jason wrong for attacking Papoose? Or was he finally defending himself from a lifetime of secrets? Should Remy Ma be forgiven or exposed even more? Ice, drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading everything. Speech balloon. Like this video if you believe the truth always comes out. Mobile phone with arrow. Subscribe if you want the real tea before it trends, and hit that bell because you already know next time someone else's perfect relationship might just be next on the chopping.